Welcome to episode 10 of the group Ironman progression series. As I'm just editing this video, it's been a while. I think the last episode was before the leagues even, so there are a lot of clips previous to the leagues that didn't make it to episode 9. That will be in this episode, and to be honest, just going through all the clips, there is a hell of a lot of clips, and they're a little bit all over the place. I'm gonna do my best to make sense of all of it. A lot happened. Very excited to show this episode, and also very excited to be back in the main game. Yeah, a lot of gains to be made. Still raiding, still doing some wildy slayer, and also hunting for a hydra task at the same time, as I'm now 95 slayer from the previous episode. So I'm gonna cut it short, and hopefully this episode isn't absolutely massive. So let's get into it. Alright, like I said in the previous clip, we are a little bit all over the place on what we were doing previous to the leagues, but here we were doing some Slayer tasks, and with the new stacking of hard clue scrolls, it's really fun to just do tasks like jellies because you get a lot of hard clues. And this was also my 100th task, which gets me 500 Slayer points. Here's 500 points. Woo! Oh my god. 173. Oh my fucking god. Yes! Let's go! Big. That's so nice. Wasn't expecting that. Got there and forgot to record a clip of is getting the Bandos Tasset. The Bandos Tasset is a part of the Bandos armor, and it is basically my best in slot melee gear until I get Torva, as it gives me a +2 strength bonus and has some insane defense bonuses with range in particular, and for melees also. Very excited to get this item, and that is a 1 in 381, so I'm also spooned for this item in particular. And yeah, now we just need the chest plate and we're done here. We don't really need to go for the hilt, but a hilt would, I mean, I wouldn't say no to a hilt. No! That was the longest trip. Alright, after killing Bandos for a bit and I died there, I decided it's time to start hitting up some raids a little bit more. So I kind of heavily focused some raids after this. And yeah, I'm getting better. I'm better solo, which is nice. And we're just going to keep trying to push the invocations as high as possible until we get a purple. Jesus. Fucking noodled at the end. Whoo. White. Torstal seeds and solar runes. Not bad. I got a fucking purple! Oh shit! He said pause. Nice. Oh, what is it? What is it? Shit! Yes! Oh, yes! I got a fang! Oh my god! Oh my god! The Osmonton's fang. Oh shit! What the fuck? Let's go! Oh shit! It actually fucking happened. That's crazy. Alright. I'm sure I've covered the Osmondton's Fang in a previous video, maybe in Leagues before, but basically, this is like the one weapon you want to be getting from Tombs of Amascut. It is the strongest stab accuracy weapon. With that, it's a 5-tick weapon. So it's quite slow, but it hits like a fucking truck. Has a 103 strength bonus, and it has a special effect here inside the raid where it will roll triple accuracies. So it'll roll basically 3 times to see if it'll land a successful hit, and it'll take the successful hit. So it's really, really accurate in raid, and outside of raid, it goes down to 2 independent accuracy rolls instead, which is also just crazy to think. Very excited to have this on the group Ironman. It is so strong of a weapon. It's basically, in my eyes, like similar upgrade with the Bofa for ranged, but this is a big melee weapon for a lot of content in the future, including Chambers of Xeric while I don't have the Dragon Hunter Lance, so that's pretty sick too. I am very, very excited for this Osmondton's Fang. Jesus, I'm getting riddled. Thank God I have all these Ambrosias. Fucking hell. Oh, that's 20. Wait. Oh, I guess I done 2 entries, so 25 kill count. Hell yeah. Now let's do it. Let's get you a purple. Ah. Easy. Ooh, and I got Tomb Looter as well. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's the entry, it's the novice mode. I think that's 25, yeah. Alright. New. Maybe a gem. Nope, but we got some blood essence. Not very clean, but completion all the same. Dragon Med, Blood Hell, Blood Essence even, and Gold Bars. Okay. If you're seeing some clips when I'm playing with somebody, obviously this is Frox, my group Ironman teammate, and we're kind of both at the level where we can raid, so any chance I'll get, we'll try duo it up for sure. And here I got the Breach of the Scarab, which is really good for the Keris that I have. If I attach this, it gives a bonus in accuracy and damage to all Scarabs and Calphites, which means this is my new best in slot Calphite Queen weapon. So I'm very excited to use this using the melee flinching method for KQ.
Well,
888 death runes. Not bad, not bad.
I got a 7 right now seats.
Here, do you have room? In your... I'll just do the one raid, so... Alright, in the timeline of things, we are now past the leagues in terms of these clips. All of those raids were done before leagues started, so I got the Fang and then went straight into leagues. So we're now after Christmas time, we're in the new year, and yeah, the new content dropped, the Royal Titans, which is a dual kind of prioritized boss. Yeah, so the Royal Titans, the biggest thing about these is that they're designed to be duoed, and also they are a good progression into your prayers. Usually you would upgrade your Eagle Eye and your Mystic Might into Rigor and Augury, which was very late game as you got these from the Chambers of Xeric prayer scrolls. Well, the Royal Titans are kind of in between this, where you can get basically an upgrade for your Eagle Eye and your Mystic Might. So I'm very hyped to do these, and obviously I've got my group Ironman teammate Frox to duo this with, so I'm very excited about this content, and hopefully we get some prayer scrolls. Now, I haven't got a lot of KC yet, but basically to run down this boss, there is a ice giant and a fire giant boss, and you fight them at the exact same time. They spawn minions that you need to kill depending on, and they'll only be hit by the respective elemental spell. So water will beat fire, and fire will beat the ice elementals. And other than that, you are basically just ranging and switching to melee when the bosses walk up into melee distance, as melee hits it a lot harder. Very simple boss. Keep your prey melee up, and yeah, it's mostly about you switching gear and switching to your mage gear to kill the elementals and also destroy these barriers that stop you from moving around the boss chamber. Very simple boss, especially in duos, and it's very fun to fight. So I'd say we'll be going back and forth to here with Frox whenever the two of us are on to try get these prayer scrolls. And there's also a new staff that you unlock that makes it really good to use elementals. I'm not sure if we'll use it outside of fighting these bosses, but if we can get the staff for actually grinding this boss, that would also be really cool. Another big mechanic of this boss is actually when you defeat it, you get to choose which one to loot. And because I want the range upgrade first, I'm going to be looting the ice frost giant boss first, and then I'll move on to the fire giant after that. So that's the plan. You can also destroy your loot for a better chance at the pet, which I think I will do way down the line when I don't need anything else. I also tried to attempt a solo kill, and although it's definitely possible and your chance is higher at getting items, it's not enjoyable. But in that solo, I did get the Giant Soul Amulet. And this amulet basically just allows me to teleport to this boss and the other giant bosses, Briefida and Obor, a lot quicker. So that's a nice quality of life item. Alright, after that solid session at the Royal Titans, decided to do some more solo stuff, and I decided to start up the Slayer again. I realize I've gotten sidetracked on doing the Elite Diaries, but this is just me just kind of getting back into the game after a long time playing the leagues. I played through the entirety of the leagues basically to get Dragon rank. But here we got an Araxite task, which means I can finally try and finish the Noxious Halberd and get that final Halberd piece, which is all I need. I didn't seem to be recording my mic in a lot of these kills for Raxor, but these tasks take a couple of days for me. So as I make my way through, I managed to get a Raxite head, which I think is like a 1 in 100. The Halley piece is a 1 in 200, so still got some kills to go. I should be dry once I go past 600 kills.
Collection log slot completed.
Alright, and there we go, we got it, the Noxious Blade. Which means I can finish the Noxious Halberd, and I don't really need much more from Araxor either. I'm gonna show off the Noxious Halley now, but basically it's like one of the strongest slash weapons. It definitely sits in between the Abyssal Tentacle and the Blade of Seldor, which is the other variant of the enhanced weapon seed, the enhanced crystal weapon seed. So yeah, it's a pretty strong weapon. It hits pretty hard. It's a very slow weapon, and it also venoms for free, no charges, no nothing, so that's also pretty cool. And it's just a really strong weapon. Excited to see its uses. It probably still has some niche uses considering it's a 5-tick weapon compared to the Abyssal Tentacle, which is a 4-tick. So very excited to have finished the Noxious Halberd, and hopefully I can use it in some places too, but probably no more Raxor, honestly. After finishing up on the Raxor task, I had a couple of more kills to do. I decided to start hunting the Hydra task, and how I am doing this is I'm doing Wildy Slayer. So every time I don't get a Revenant or Wildy Boss task, I'm going to skip it through Aya And then every 10th task I'm going to go to Conor, and if I get a Hydra task then I'll do it, and if I don't I just get free Slayer points. So that's how I'm building up my Slayer points, while also building up a nice block list for the Hydra, and at the same time still able to skip tasks to make it a little bit quicker in getting my points boosting, and at the same time also completing some of my secondary goals of still completing some of the Wildy Slayer stuff, like getting rev weapons and killing the Wildy bosses. So that'll be the plan, and I got a Wildy task here, 114 revenants, so we're back into the Wildy. Going to be killing some revenant knights, as it's quite easy to just log out in the safe spot area if a PKer does come. I find it funny, like I find it funny sometimes when PKers are PKing me, because all they're getting really is like my gear set, which is about 40k risk plus whatever I have in my looting bag. And usually I actually escape with the amount of brews that I bring, so they waste a lot of time trying to kill me for not a lot of gains. It's pretty fun trying to tank test, but ideally I want to be logging out. Just sometimes I'm not going to be able to. Alright, after that little Revenant session, I was having issues logging in, and hopping worlds and stuff is kind of a problem when you're in the wilderness, so I decided to hit up Bandos again. I'm getting quite confident with the altar to door, or the door altar method with the Bofo, so very happy to just be grinding out Bandos whenever I can.
Collection log slot completed.
Bandos health! No way! Oh shit! Alright, the Bandos hilt is the hilt dropped by General Grador. Obviously every God Wars boss has a hilt equivalent. Specifically, the Bandos Godsword, in my opinion, is the best one for Ironman, as it's another type of defense reduction weapon. Similar to the Dragon Warhammer, its special attack will reduce the defense based on the hit that you actually do. So the higher the hit when the spec hits, the more it reduces their defenses. So I am pretty hyped, and this is a massive item for the Ironman. Excited to use this in Chambers of Xeric and other things. Like 270 kills. Let's check the log. Oh my god. If I get the chest plate as Bando's done, that's crazy. And if I dismantle the Zamrock Godsword and use the blade, that is a Bandos Godsword. That is crazy. Oh. No! I died. Alright. I didn't capture it live, but I managed to get 99 magic killing Bandos, just barraging, so that's pretty good. We are max level in magic now, and the only combats we have to do are prayer, attack, and defense. Pretty hype. I've never reached 99 magic in any account before, so that's nice. But I got the Bandos chest plate. That is so big. 354. Let's fucking go. Yeah, so I told you it would be kind of messy in terms of order of clips and everything. I don't know why I didn't record the clip of me getting the Bandos chestplate. But yeah, we got the Bandos chestplate, so I'm technically done Bandos now. I'll be going back to duo with Frox to finish his set off, but I have a chestplate and tassets for myself, plus the hilt. So after that, I decided to keep going with the Slayer tasks, and I went through to Conor and got the Hydra task. So that's pretty hype. I've gotten my first ever Hydra task. I've never actually fought Hydra in the main game, only in the leagues. So this will be a new experience for me, and I'm very hyped. Alright, probably be leaving most of this hydra task to the next video, but just decided to do a quick rundown of the hydra for me. Basically, I will be doing melee, even though the Bofa I think would be much better against hydra. I'll be running the melee strat just because I need my melee stats to level 99 still, my attack and my defense. And honestly, with the Osmond's Fang, it is fairly solid kills. I think the DPS difference between this and the Bofa setup isn't that big. So I'm very happy with this, and it seems to be going well. Mostly I just have these tiles marked for the melee setup so that I know where to stand to drag Hydra into these pools on the floor. When you pull it into the respective pools, so when it's in venom mode or poison mode, you drag it under the red pool, and when it's in the lightning mode, you drag it under the green, and when it's in fire mode, you drag it under the blue. And basically this weakens the Hydra for you to kill it even quicker. And I've been using Dragon Claw spec as well, just because I think it's fairly low defenses in stuff, as the Burning Claws seem to be hitting pretty hard. But that's basically the rundown of the kill, except for the Jad phase. But it's fairly straightforward to do the Jad phase. You're just swapping and alternating your prayers and avoiding the poison if the kill goes on long enough. Alright, and there we go. Our first episode since we have returned from the leagues. Super excited that I gotta get the Hydra task before the end of this. We also got the Bandos hilt for the Bandos Godsword, and we got the Bandos chestplate as well, plus the Noxious Halberd finish, so pretty hyped. I'm hoping the next episode I will start gearing towards doing some elite tasks. Maybe we don't get it done, but at least we'll be closer to getting all of the elite diaries done. So I'll see you in the next one.